Congratulations on your performance. How happy you are with what you were able to achieve out there?
Thank you so much. I'm so happy right now. This is my fourth time here, and I didn't got the submission, but I think like everybody liked the show. So now is I just wanna like eat something and sleep.
Well, you mentioned it was your first time. How did it feel walking out there? Did you have any nerves, or once you got into the bowl, did everything just sort of take over?
Yes, I always got nervous. So again, I'm still like learning a lot. I'm like 19 right now, so I'm keeping learning the process. But so I always got nervous. It's like this is of the part of the game. So I think the nervous help me a lot. I know how to like keep showing my jiu-jitsu like with the nervous. So I think this is part of my game right now.
And you overcame the nerves, and you used it to channel very well into the match. You were very dominant. Was there anything that surprised you about your opponent out there, or did you feel like you were in great control the whole time?
Oh, I feel I was under control whole time, but for sure she's like amazing, like he girl, amazing. She's was doing like a great job with me. She was control as well a lot. So I think I was like expect like me and her like no stop, 15 minutes no stop, because I was watching her before, and she's when we feel like she's higher level, right? So I was ready for that. So this is my game, right? I was aggressive. This is I don't have to change myself. This is myself. I'm aggressive. So I just show you like I just have to be myself there. It's like an easy job.
What did you think about the format, and what is it like competing in that bowl?
Oh, it's so amazing. I love it. So this is my second time competing in a bowl. So one thing I love is like never stop the fight. And that's why I won. Like I don't want to stop the fight. If you like you really good in jiu-jitsu, if you want to show it to the world, if you really good in jiu-jitsu, you cannot stop, have break. Only the break here, like only 1 minute there. And to talk to the coach and then go back to fight again. So I love it. And I'm looking forward to come back here and do everything again.
Congratulations on your match.
Thank you, so.
Hello, Cassia.
Hello, so.
Congratulations on your win. So in preparation for this event, it's a big event. Did you feel the nerves? Did you feel the pressure going in and competing inside of that bowl?
Yeah, so again, I'm 19, so I know I still have to learn a lot. So for sure, I was nervous before, and after, like I'm nervous right now. So for sure, I was nervous. I was feeling the pressure. But one thing I would talk a lot with my coach, Bruno Bastos, is like how to control, how to like keep the nervous, but keep doing what I have to do. So I did the same thing. This is how I train. Like I went every day to the gym to do the same thing every day. So this is for me is only one more day. Like of course it's like important for me, but it's only one more day of work.
And now that you made it into the organization and you're on the UFC roster, what's next for you? How do you see yourself in this organization?
So I see myself in jiu-jitsu. So inside the jiu-jitsu, I see myself like next time competing to the belt, for the belt. I'm gonna be the first. I wanna be the first one like competing for the belt. I think I can do that. So I think I can do it for like girls with higher level. And in the future, like 5 years, I wanna go to MMA for sure.
Beautiful. Thank you and congratulations.
Thank you, sir.
Testing 1, 2, 3. Go Birds. Go Birds.
Congratulations, on the performance. I guess just talk us through the emotions now on this, big stage, and BJJ is now kind of on the forefront of with the UFC's backing, and we're here talking to you on the biggest stage in the sport right now.
Fala pouquinho. UFC BJJ, agora as coisas mudaram no esporte, você já está numa plataforma agora que está promovendo o esporte. Como é que é vir para cá, ter uma vitória, sair com uma coisa dessa numa nova organização?
Show. Então, galera, eu decidi falar em português, né? Eu sou brasileiro. Agradeço a torcida aí, né? Quem estava aí em Manaus, em Maués, no Amazonas, muito obrigado. Estou representando vocês aqui. Estou muito feliz com a minha performance, né? Como eu falei ali, nossa primeira luta foi na IBJJF, né? Acabei perdendo porque eu me arrisquei a entrar uma finalização e foi muito bom competir nessa regra, para ser sincero, porque o meu estilo é diferente, eu gosto de ir para a finalização. Tentei ali todas as finalizações que eu tinha na cartola, o Kennedy acabou escapando, né? Pô, um atleta sinistro aí, foi uma honra ter lutado com ele e fico muito feliz por ter saído com essa vitória.
Really wanted to speak Portuguese for all the followers, because I represent you guys, all the people in Manaus and Manese, all the areas in north of Brazil where I'm from. So I'm here for you. So we're here, and that's where I'm doing this. It was like I've had a loss before for being aggressive, but it's so at BJJF. But it's different here because playing these rules is just if you can be more aggressive, you can actually use the rules for you. I tried to pull everything, every rabbit out of my head, all the arsenal, because I have so many finishes on there. And I mean, he's a great athlete. It was an honor to have the match with Kennedy, but yeah, that's my style. And I just wanted to say it was an honor. I was really happy to come out with a win.
You say it's your style, but did you want to throw all these things out there just because the spotlight's on you and you kind of want to throw out all the tricks on the biggest stage possible?
E sendo o teu estilo, é só também pelo fato que você está nessa plataforma, os holofotes estão aqui, o pessoal está olhando, tem muita gente vendo, isso dá aquela motivação maior, então, não só eu tenho um arsenal, mas agora eu vou usar minhas armas num lugar como esse.
Esse é o ponto, né? Tipo, pô, cheguei até aqui e não tem como dar o branco na hora. Eu tenho que mostrar quem eu sou, entendeu? Tipo, eu tenho que mostrar o meu estilo e eu sei que o público vai gostar, eu sei que o público vai querer me ver mais aqui, né? E, tipo, esse é o gol. Esse é o gol, poder chegar até o topo, se manter, né? E estou muito feliz. Para ser sincero, eu queria ter finalizado ali para concluir, né, 100%, mas na próxima eu vou vir mais preparado, vou estar 100% em pé, fazendo guarda, passando e nas finalizações, né, afiar as katanas um pouco mais.
The main thing here is that's the game. You come in here in this stage, you can't just draw a blank. It's a time for you to pull everything, and you want to. That's what people want to see. People want to see this kind of game. People want to see this aggressive style. That's what you saw. The one thing is, I wish I got the finish, but you're always looking for it. You come here to actually show that to people and to show what you're about. And next time, I'll tell you, I'm going to go back and sharpen the tools. And say, listen, we're going back. You're going to see me standing more. You're going to see me trying different finishes. And we're really going to sharpen the blades to come back.
So then last one for me, I assume this, perfect, outside of the finish, kind of a perfect performance for you. And, I guess, what do you want next for your, BJJ career?
E o fato da... Ok, a finalização não veio, mas tremenda de uma performance. O que você quer ver na tua carreira no UFC BJJ?
Eu quero ter mais uma luta aí, para ser sincero, eu quero ter mais uma luta antes do título, né? Pode ser contra o Danilo Moreira, só para ver onde eu tô, né? Eu sei que ele foi um dos finalistas aí da UFC BJJ House e eu acho que seria bom eu ir contra ele e depois chegar no Carlos, né? Quero poder mostrar que minhas finalizações estão em dia para lutar contra o campeão aí. Para ser sincero, eu achava que o meu parceiro de treino, Matheus Gabriel, ia ganhar, né? Foi uma luta ótima, foi muito boa, muito dinâmica, né? Movimentaram bastante, mas agora é treinar e representar aí o Mateuzinho, né? O nosso time em Nevate e pegar esse título, né?
I want to have another match before the title. I think that maybe just getting Danilo Moreira. I was obviously before and getting to a champion. Listen, I really was pulling, obviously, from Mathilde. But right now it's time to represent him. I want to get another match, sharpen the tools again, get better at some things, get that opportunity, and then go for the title. And then get with Carlos. And then just representing the team and Mathilde and everybody, though.
Thank you, guys.
Hey, Claudio. Good evening. Congratulations on your third installation of UFC BJJ. What's your overall assessment of this event? You had some criticisms after UFC BJJ 2. Now we're in the third one. What's your feelings walking away from your third event?
I'm honestly very happy with the performance we have been putting on so far. This is UFC BJJ 3. We renewed a whole brand and relaunched a whole brand that was doing great things for the sport, but I think this one is the future of Jiu-Jitsu. And I loved the show. I think we kicked the night off with some great finishes. We had some matches that went to distance, but they were all high-level matches. We paired some of the best world champions against each other, and they went to distance. But we finished the night very strong with Mikey. I think Mikey is a great role model for the sport of Jiu-Jitsu, and he's a great champion, and he's a great ambassador for us to keep growing and evolving UFC BJJ, and I'm very happy with the performance of the event.
So on this particular event, you mentioned there are many world champions. There was this outright collaboration with other organizations to bring in and try to recruit some of the top talent to assure of a quality, a standard. Do you see collaborations like that with the PFG or PGL or PGF? Sorry. Do you see collaborations like that being a continuous thing, or do you think that was more of a one-off?
We want the best competitors in the world here. We want to build UFC BJJ to be the place where you come to for great jiu-jitsu. And for that, we need the best competitors in the whole world. So whatever they are, we will work on bringing them here.
Excellent. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Obviously, Mikey was the superstar of the first one, and he seemed to kind of carry a lot of pressure from the brand on his shoulders. Even when he won the first one, it was like a lot of emotion. So I guess just seeing what he did now, again, it seemed like he was much more carefree now that the pressure is off. Just can you just talk about his performance overall in tonight's main event?
Yeah, Mikey is incredible. He's an amazing athlete. He's an amazing person. He's an amazing role model for the sport of jiu-jitsu. I think he's so good for kids, for people that want to use jiu-jitsu not only for competition, but to use jiu-jitsu to help them in life. And Mikey, it seems like he used jiu-jitsu his whole life to grow as a person, to grow with God, and to grow with everything he have become through jiu-jitsu. And now he's the guy that comes here and puts on great performances, and we love him, and we want to always have him here having great competition. We try to pair him against the best. It's very hard because he is probably the best pound-for-pound jiu-jitsu athlete in the world. And it's very hard to find him good matches, but we try our best to bring the best here to go against him, and he always do really good.
Are you getting a lot of names reaching out, asking to match up with Mikey, just based on his star power?
Yeah, a lot of people want to go against him, but also at the same time, a lot of people don't want to go against him, right? When you look at the best, they know how good Mikey is, and even when we were getting ready for the reality TV show, he was ready to literally go compete with anyone. It didn't matter what weight. He was ready to do a super fight or whatever. And I thought that was very impressive, that he really wanted to compete against heavier opponents, and he didn't really care. He really thought he can actually beat bigger people. And I think that's very incredible. I actually think he can beat a lot of bigger people. And I think we will have to get creative with Mikey, challenge him a little more. He asked for one opponent. We had to, give him somebody that has been competing here and had 2 wins here under UFC BJJ, and he did what he did. So we have to give him, a little more challenge moving forward, and we will. And he wants that too. He wants to be challenged, and then if we have to do a super fight for him, if we have to bring in heavier opponents to fight him, I'm sure he'll be down to do so, because it's getting to the point where, who are we going to pair Mikey against?
And just last one from me. I know you get asked this a lot, but is there any update on kind of taking this brands outside of the Apex, to Abu Dhabi or Australia or Brazil, and where all the UFC is going in the next few months?
Yeah, we are having conversations about the UFC BJJ global expansion. I think not because I'm Brazilian, but I think Brazil deserves to be the first place that we go to. And outside of the Apex, we had a couple conversations with people in the US, but we were talking about taking UFC BJJ to other countries, and I think it's going to happen very soon.
Just one here for me, following up on Jose's question, and you spoke about getting creative, finding new opponents for Mikey. The last couple events, and I think even with Fight Pass Invitational, there's always UFC stars in the crowd, Tracy Cortez, Diego Lopez. Has there been talks about getting creative with maybe having some UFC stars come and compete in BJJ?
I think one of the best things about Jiu-Jitsu is that we have a lot of actors and people that are not even competitors that train Jiu-Jitsu, and Tom Hardy goes in there and competes Jiu-Jitsu. Mark Zuckerberg, he goes in there and competes Jiu-Jitsu, So I think we will get to a point where we will have super fights like that. If we have 2 MMA fighters that makes sense for us to bring them here and put on a show, we will. But our focus is to grow UFC BJJ as a Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu organization that develops the sport of Jiu-Jitsu. So in the beginning, when you go back and watch the Fight Pass Invitational, we had a lot of MMA fighters. But the focus here, it's not so much to take the brands of the athletes in MMA and help UFC BJJ grow. The goal here is to grow UFC BJJ as a Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu organization that brings the best Jiu-Jitsu competitors in the world to compete here.
Claudio over here. Obviously, we're just speaking about Mikey Musumeci and everything he does, but another guy you're high on is Andrew Tackett, and it was announced today that he'll be defending on the December 11th card, I believe, against to-be-determined opponents. So do you know, is there a rough timeline of when that may be announced?
We'll decide this week. We have a couple opponents in mind for him. We had other plans that didn't go as planned today. So, we always want to put on the best fights, and we don't want to just give our champions any opponent. We want to put a lot of thought into the whole process of what we do, and we want to make sure that every match we put on, it's aligned with our brand, and it's aligned with the success of UFC BJJ 10, 20, 30 years from now. What we are doing now is supposed to outlive all of us, because Jiu-Jitsu is a sport that changes so many lives, and we want to grow this brand to the point where it outlives all of us. So we have to put on matches that make sense, and we have to kind of go back to the lab and think about who is going to be Andrew's opponent.
I remember last time he was here, you were talking about, wanting this to be entertaining for maybe even the grandma at home that doesn't understand anything. So is that what you're kind of factoring in right now, finding that right dance partner for him, given his style, and someone that would bring a fun match for everybody at home?
Yeah, for sure. We do think about the fun part of Jiu-Jitsu a lot, but we spend a lot of time understanding how to keep the tradition of Jiu-Jitsu. We don't want to change the sport. We want to keep the tradition of the sport, but we want Jiu-Jitsu to become an spectator sport, right? Because right now, if we look at the sport, it's really a practitioner sport. If you practice jiu-jitsu, you can watch jiu-jitsu. If you don't practice jiu-jitsu, it's kind of hard to watch jiu-jitsu, right? So we are working and spending a lot of time understanding how to solve that problem, how to make jiu-jitsu entertaining, but how to do that, keeping the tradition of the sport, right? We don't want to ruin the sport. We don't want to ruin anything that the Gracies did. We do want to keep the tradition of the sport, but we want to turn jiu-jitsu entertaining. And I think the bowl does that. We put the fighters, the competitors in an environment where there's nowhere to go. There's no hard corners. You don't get pinned against the wall. There is a whole environment in there where they can really do anything when it comes to jiu-jitsu. And then the rule set is designed for you to go for the finish for 3 5-minute rounds. So, I think it takes some time to develop something like that. Jiu-jitsu has been around for over 100 years, and it's taking us time to understand what to do to make jiu-jitsu exciting, but I feel like we're getting there, right? What do you guys think?
Speaking of which, when can we see more championship in the women's division?
Yeah, that's a good question. We actually just announced today, Raquel Canuto will be competing against Aurélie Lavernay in the next UFC BJJ event on December 11th. This is going to be our first women's title. I'm very excited about this one. I'm an advocate for the girls in fighting and in fighting in general, in martial arts in general. When I started training jiu-jitsu, I didn't have any opportunities, and now being part of the organization that it's opening the doors for not only women, but for a whole sport to be developed is something that is very fascinating for me. So we want to grow the women's divisions here. It's just harder because we have less girls training, but we are working very hard to not only develop the divisions we have, but to create a couple other new female divisions.
Would that also include some of the UFC participants that actually train jiu-jitsu and are black belts in jiu-jitsu and UFC?
Maybe if it's hard. It's very hard to bring somebody from MMA. Like, I remember when I started fighting MMA, I would go back and compete jiu-jitsu, and I wouldn't do as good because I was focusing on kickboxing, Muay Thai, and wrestling, and all the stuff I had to focus on to fight MMA, and it would take away from my jiu-jitsu, right? UFC BJJ is a Brazilian jiu-jitsu organization, and we want MMA fighters that are really good in jiu-jitsu here, but I think our focus has to be in growing stars inside the sport of jiu-jitsu. And if we have MMA girls that are in the UFC that are high level and we find them good matches, I think it makes sense.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
One quick one for me. You're always so stylish, and I noticed the timepiece. Can you tell us about, is that a new one? I haven't seen that one. The watch.
Oh, yeah. That's an AP.
Very nice.
You're welcome. Oh, guys, also we have submissions of the night. It was Jalen Fonacier, Andy Varela, and Anna Mayor-Dormo.
What's up, guys?
Well, congratulations on the victory. So I guess just what are the emotions now having that belt next to you and on this big platform of UFC BJJ?
Yeah, I'm really happy to come here to show everybody that I deserve to be the champion. My first title defense, and I'm gonna have a lot of title defense. So I'm really happy to be back here and give a show for the fans.
Overall, how did you think the match played out compared to your expectations? I know you probably wanted to work for the finish, but I guess just how did you think the match played out overall?
Yeah, I already knew the match is gonna be tough. Mateus, he's a really tough guy. He's really hard to submit him, and he's played very safely. So I already knew the match is gonna be like this. Maybe if he's exposed himself more, I'm gonna get submission. But anyways, I think like just come here, defend my title, show for everybody, and I deserve to be the champion. That's really important.
And then just last one for me, you said you want all these title defenses. I guess when do you want to return here to defend your belt?
I was talking with the boss in the back. I was planning to come back December, but they already have like two tires to happen. So maybe January or February. That's my goal.
Carlos, congrats on the win. I know that ideally you want to get that finish, but what was the talks in between rounds with you and your team as you were going deeper into the waters?
Yeah, the first round, Mateus did really good. He's got some attacks on my arm, on my foot, but that's the only good moment that he's had. The second round, the third round, I dominated him. I feel like he's getting tired. He starts slow the pace, and I just keep going up. So it's really hard for me to get tired. So, and the rules help me a lot. When he starts getting tired, play safely. He's won the first round, but he's kind of thought the first round is matter for all the two rounds. No, I think he's still the BJJF rules on his mind. So where he's different. If you won the first round, that's fine. When you go for the second one, it's 0-0. You need to win again. So that's what I did. The second round, the third round, I had a dominate and I keep my belt.
For sure, and I'm assuming you were pretty confident once they were about to announce that decision that you had. Maybe the first one was close, but you took that second and third.
Exactly, yeah. The second and third rounds was mine.
For sure, and last for me, how good it has been to see this platform continue to grow. The bowl is now kind of synonymous with UFC BJJ and just making these adjustments and kind of carrying the brand. You're one of the champions.
Exactly, yeah. I'm really happy to be part of this. The jiu-jitsu growing a lot. The UFC help a lot with the jiu-jitsu community. And be part of this, be the first champion, and I think the second guy defend the title. Andrew was the first one, and the second one. So I'm really happy, and I'm gonna keep this you guys gonna see me a lot of times here. So yeah, I'm really happy.
I know we're almost done with the year, but how soon do you want to get back in there and maybe here and still one more time?
Sorry?
How soon would you like to compete again? Do you want to get back in here as soon as possible, or maybe not till next year?
Yes, exactly. I talked with Steve to come back December, but the cards are full. So maybe I'm gonna come back January or February.
Can't wait to see it. Congrats on your defense.
Thank you.
Carlos, congratulations. Just curious, obviously, people know you as CH7. Is that an inspiration of Cristiano Ronaldo and CR7?
Yeah. I have a tattoo in my hand, CH7. It's it's a good name on the Bible. I cannot explain right now, but it's a good name on the Bible. And for the Cristiano Ronaldo, I'm a really fan of the Cristiano Ronaldo. He's a good inspiration, hard working, all this kind of stuff. And I do the same thing. I like hard working, work a lot, and that's the reason I put CH7.
Did you play football before jiu-jitsu?
Yeah. Before jiu-jitsu, I play soccer. I started in soccer, but I feel it's really hard to do this in my city, in Manaus. So I go for jiu-jitsu. It's easy, and I had more success.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
I have a question. Over here. How did you prepare with Mateus? Because you and him have a history going on there. So now you've beat him on there. What was it like to go ahead and prepare for him?
Like you say, you had a match before, but it was gi, right? The gi make a lot of difference. You don't have grip. His kind of game is way better when you have the control. The gi, you really need like stay tight, squeeze, all this kind of stuff. Yeah, I think he's still adapt himself. But it's already new. Like he's not gonna keep the pace and follow me the pace on the mat. He's kind of like keep training both gi and no gi. I mean, only do no gi right now, so I think I have way more skill than him. And you guys saw, I dominated him.
It was a great fight.
It's a great fight. Thank you.
Congratulations, Carlos. So there's a saying that the easy part is winning the title. The hard part is keeping the title. Now that you've defended it, did you feel those nerves going in? Did it feel any harder or any difficult at the start of the match?
No. I thought it's pretty easy. Like I think like I just always try to come back here, improve it, and I deserve to be the champ. You know, I get the title, and everybody thought like, oh, I'm gonna go against Mateo Gabriel. He's gonna lose the title on his first title defense. But I just proved, and I was fine. I was feeling good throughout. I was very confident for this match. Mateo is really good, but like he's not on my level.
So as the match was progressing after first round, second round, third round, was the match going how you envisioned it? How did you envision this match playing out as opposed to the way it actually went?
Yeah, when he's coming very aggressive in the first one. The first fight he was really aggressive. He got some attacks. He scored for my foot. He's popped my foot. But like I just like, okay, you won this match, this round. But like the second one, I keep push the pace. He starts like step back, and that's what I like to see. You know, like when I see when he's getting tired, and I go way more hard. So when I feel he's getting tired, like just like keep push the pace, and he's aware like that. You know. So I have like a dominant second and third round.
Okay, so that kind of answers my third question, but was there a time in the match where you felt pretty good about how things were going? What do you think was the difference?
Sorry, say again.
Okay, so at what point were you feeling pretty good about the way the match was going?
The second round. The second round, like the first one, he's kind of like he getting tired. The second one, I really feel like he was tired. You know, like when he starts pull guard. In the beginning, like in the first round, he started like he wrestled with me. I kind of like surprised because he don't stay on top for too long. But the second round, he's pull guard, and I say that's the sign. Then now he's tired. Now he need to keep the pace. So that's why the sign when I saw him start pull guard all the time.
All right, thank you, and congratulations
Thank you.
again.
Thank you, guys. See you guys next time. I'll hide it behind.
Hello?
Well, Mike, front right here. Congratulations on first successful title defense. The first UFC BJJ, you had, the reality show, and it was kind of built all around you. And then when you won, we talked about how there was like this kind of relief of emotion after because that's what had been building up. This time you seemed a little more like calm entering and maybe a little more calm after. So I guess compare that first event to now your first title defense.
Yeah, so, wow, it's loud. So, yeah, the first time I competed in UFC BJJ 1, I'm going to be honest, I was shaking and dying from stress and anxiety. Just a lot of pressure, right? It's something new. And every time I have something new, my homeostasis is altered. So, one thing is I overcame that and I got through the match. But one thing that I have a good trait of mine is I adapt really fast. So I'm really happy that match was 3 rounds. I finished in the 3rd, and that gave me more mat time, more experience. And then today I went in, I was like, wow, I feel so calm. I didn't feel nervous at all, and Now I feel like this is my home, like I'm comfortable here, just like in the other tournaments I did my whole life. So sometimes it takes me 1 or 2 times, but I feel like I definitely had more experience and more like typical Mikey this time.
And, you know, in the package they played at the beginning, you know, you were talking about Cobra Kai, and then you come out in the crane technique at the beginning. So I guess walk us through the decision to do that. Was just kind of you having fun, or like what was the purpose and all that?
With the hands, like yeah. So no, I've been just studying my karate before this. You know, I prepared for this match only doing karate and kung fu. I don't know, when I compete, I'm just literally trying to come forward and attack every second. I feel like it took 3 minutes this match, but he had a good game plan, how he was like framing me, angling well. I thought that he felt pretty strong, like he came out pretty well, but I just know that my game coming forward every second, it's very difficult, and eventually I'm gonna get to the submission, I'm gonna finish you. Something I said before the match was that every match I'm in, I try to get one attack going every 20 seconds. There's 5 minutes in a round and 20 seconds, so 3 in a minute, right? So then that's 15 attacks in 1 round. So if I do that 3 times, we're doing math right now, that's 45 attacks, right? So I just did I did math for you guys. So if I'm doing 45 attacks in a match, I really find it difficult for somebody to defend all 45. So that's kind of my mindset when I compete. I know, like, okay, maybe my first attack won't work, my second, but if I get 45 chances, one of those attacks is gonna work.
At the end of it, it looked like you and Kevin were watching the replay, and you were kind of walking him through some of the techniques. Is that what was going on in there before the decision was read? Yeah, so Kevin was really cool and respectful and nice, so he made the experience for me competing a lot more fun. A lot of times I fight like really douchey, idiot people, and I hate them because they made it not fun for me, because they have to act like idiots. Kevin was a really respectful and like a great competitor, and I respected him a lot. So for me, when I compete with someone like that, it's more like just I was around in the gym and I just caught him, and then I was just talking to him, oh yeah, I hit this a lot, and people, then you'll react this way, and then you'll give me a different reaction. So I just enjoyed competing with him because he was good vibes. I don't see my opponents as enemies. I just see them as a cool training partner giving me cool reactions and things to solve, right? But then some opponents, they want to make it confrontational and fight me. And honestly, that's a mistake because I'm way more aggressive and mean if they do that. I just don't speak well in interviews at that moment, but I'm way more aggressive. I think the vibe with me is to be really nice because then I don't want to hurt you. I'm really kind. Claudia was in here and she said it might get hard for you to find you opponents because maybe you're too good for people that they want to match you up with. Have you had this vibe, like this feeling of it might get hard to find big named opponents for you here at UFC BJJ? Well, I've been undefeated in my division for over 8 years. I think 9 years almost now. So I've been consistently at the top, and that's a good problem. You know, I would love that to be the problem. Oh, you're too good for the people in your division. Okay, sure, that's nice. But I'm a big critic of myself. I'm always getting better, always improving. So even today with 3 minutes, I'm like, oh, I could have done this better, I could have done that better. So I'm a perfectionist. There's always things I could improve on. And I don't know, I think that there's a lot of great opponents that could challenge me and push me. One person I really want to compete with is Baby Shark. Unfortunately, I didn't get the chance. I've tried 8 times now, I think 7 or 8 times. I wanted that match so bad. Like, you could hear it in my voice how much I want to fight that fucking guy. But I'm not able to at the moment, so whatever. I'm just going to keep getting better. And I was the best in the world in the gi, and I definitely have done everything in no gi in my division as well. So I don't think there's anything else I could do except keep getting better and in life, in jiu-jitsu and everything. And that's what I'm here to do. Last one for me. You gave Tylenol a shout out at the end. What was the thought process in that? I don't know. I'm just being the class clown.
Mike, you over here.
Hey, Mike.
Hey, Mikey, over here. Over here. Someone you spent some time with, Derek Moneyberg, I don't know if you saw, but Sean Strickland is suing him for defamation. You've made some comments about him before. Have you seen that Sean is suing him, and B, can you clarify your comments about his black belt?
Can I plead the fifth? No.
Yes, you can. Enjoy your win.
No. I don't know. Derek was always really kind and nice to me, so I consider him a friend, and he was very nice to me. So I was defensive because I felt like a friend was getting attacked, and I just instinctively, whenever my friends are getting attacked, I want to defend them, right? But I really had no place in that situation to even talk or anything. So I didn't award him his belt or anything. Yeah, that's all I have to say about that. I think that he works hard. He definitely does. I would not give somebody a black belt in that amount of time. That's my official word on that. People were really upset about it, and it was crazy. And it was like I was a drug dealer or something crazy, like because I was just supporting my friend. I had nothing to do with it, and I would not give him the belt in that time. I think that this hopefully motivates him to just keep training and working hard, and maybe this will will be like another year or two with him like this. But then he'll be very high level at the end of it, right? From all the criticism, him working hard. So, and he has good coaches around him. So that's all that matters, right? That he's training, working hard. Yeah, that's pretty much it. I already got beat up enough from the jiu-jitsu community. Like, there's nothing left to hit me with this, right? Like, I took my damage, guys. I got stabbed. I was bleeding. I was on the floor. Like, I already died. So that's it.
Congrats on the win.
Thank you, sir.
Hey, what's up, champ?
How you doing?
Good. So, again, congratulations on the win, man. Beautiful performance.
Thank you.
I want to take you back to the Karate Kid type intro you did where you were swinging the foot around in the front. Were you, like, baiting him to grab the foot or grab your leg, and then were you surprised when he didn't go for it? He avoided it at all costs?
Yeah, so I consider myself Daniel LaRusso when he was Cobra Kai, you know, because he's from New Jersey also. Like, it's fine, keep talking. No.
Go ahead and get that. It's not me.
Oh, okay. Okay. Yeah, I'm basically Daniel LaRusso when he was Cobra Kai, like when he went through the dark time. I just like attacking and coming forward. So the wrestling sometimes I don't like because you'll see a match like that could go like 2 5-minute rounds of people hand fighting and nothing happening. Both guys are scared to shoot. So then you just see like these guys. I have no attention span. I have really bad ADHD. I just want to get to the finish. So I'm like giving my leg. I'm like, just take me down. Just do something. Like you could jump on my leg if you want. Just come in. I just want to give you a hug. Let's do jiu-jitsu. Like, let's go for submissions. Like, just let's get the ball rolling. You know, that's kind of my vibe in the match. And the second I finally had an exchange where I was able to get in, I finished, right? I feel like that's something I'm really good at. And that's what I was saying before. I get like 45 chances, you know? So I feel like in those 45, I should finish the match. So I'm just trying to get as many attacks and attempts as possible. I'm aiming for 45. If I could get more, if we get down to that 20-second, 10-second mark, then we're bumping that number up. Like, we're going to be in a good spot.
Right. Okay. Now, another question is, when he was avoiding you in the beginning, right?
Yeah.
Trying to avoid that. And then later on, he started engaging with you with the leg locks. Like, I mean, I'm sure everybody in this room knows how good you are with leg locks. Did that surprise you, or did that, like him just engaging with the leg locks, or do you feel like he, just went up against a total beast and he should have went a different direction with his game plan?
I felt like he did a great job in the beginning of framing me and disengaging, disengaging, coming in and out. And I was impressed. I was like, wow, he's doing good. Like, so then I feel like eventually the style I have where I'm just constantly coming in, you could do that for a little while, like he was able to for like a minute and a half, 2 minutes, I think like a minute and a half. But eventually it's just very difficult to continue doing that. So my pressure forward is something that I'm really good at, just keeping pressure forward. So maybe the first time, the second time it won't work, but then eventually I get in. He didn't really exchange with leg locks, like he didn't get to my legs or anything. I don't think so. But I think the second I got in on his leg, that's when I finished. So I just think that eventually the way I am and my pace, I get deep in, and then that's what happened.
Okay.
Did he get to my leg? I didn't even know.
I don't.
Did he get to my leg? No, right?
So
I got to his leg, and I know I got in, and then I got to, but again, it's all blurry to me. So maybe you're right, but I didn't think he got to my leg. I think that he became stationary. He stopped moving. I think that's what you meant, right? Like he was just more stationary. The second he stopped moving, I was able to climb his body. Because when I compete, the body is kind of like a wall. Like I'm indoor climbing, and depending on how small they are, it might be like a V2, V3. They're kind of lanky, V0. You know what I mean? Like with the climbing. So I just literally climb his body. So the second he stopped moving, I was able to get a nice grip. But before that, he kept moving. So I'm trying to grab, and my fingertips, he's like moving off. So then eventually I got a nice hold on the wall. I just climb up his body, and I just work my way to the finish. It was cool, though. I got to hit the Mikey lock, a position I came up with, and it has my name. So it's something I've been doing a lot in training lately, and it's such a great move that isn't utilized. So it really throws people off when I do it.
yes, it does. One more question. So as far as your preparation leading up to the event, now, do you have just like a set training module that you follow every time since it's been working, or do you maybe watch footage on some of your opponents to kind of see what you're in for? Like, how do you prepare for individual opponents at every event?
Yeah, so this event was interesting because the camp I did was a very tough camp. I trained a lot with Joseph Chen, Nicky Ryan, Jeremy Skinner, Kenta. So I had a lot of high-level middleweights training with me every day for like a month or so. And I feel like that made me very tough because my homeostasis was competing with like middleweights in training, and they're so tough. So I feel like when I went back to my weight class, I was like, oh my God, like this feels great. Like they're not the size of those people and those monsters, right? So I am very big with perception. I'll always make my preparation harder than my match. So whenever I go into my match, I'm always feeling that the person's less than what I prepared, right? So then at the end, Professor Cobrinha helping me. Also, my main training partner, Coco, helping me. He was here helping me as well. He came from Japan. He's my little brother. I love him.
Mikey over here. You just mentioned there, how relief you feel with a friendly build-up with a guy like Kevin Carrasco compared to maybe other guys I've tried to route.
It just makes it fun. Again, like the type of person I am, like I am not I don't like confrontation. I don't like fighting. I'm this nerdy, like non-confrontational person. So it makes me enjoy jiu-jitsu when the person could be respectful and nice. I have no beef with anyone, But then these people want to bring that fire to me, and I'm just like, screw you. Let me enjoy jiu-jitsu.
Well, I think of that match with Gabriel Souza you had last year. So, I mean, how does a week like this compare to that one?
Oh my God, this is like so nice and good vibes. Like I can make jokes with my opponent. We're going hard, but like respectful, like good vibes, It's not like shoving or like weird things, Like even Kevin before, like we're just standing there and we're both like, oh, we have nothing cool to do. I'm like, oh, just take my glasses. So it was good vibes, you know what I mean? Like I prefer that, and I think that is nice because people that most likely wouldn't be competitors would be actually doing jiu-jitsu more if there were people more with this energy. I think that the other people ruin it for other people to compete. Like, I think that other personality would make someone like myself not compete in jiu-jitsu. And I stuck to doing it, but a lot of people probably don't because of that. So it kind of ruins the sport for people more like me that wouldn't want to be in an environment like that. Like, they enjoy that confrontation and energy, I hate it, and it makes me like pissed at the person for making me not like what I'm doing.
For sure. On a lighter note, I mean, you just mentioned training with guys like Joseph Chen, Kenta, Nicky Ryan, all those B team guys. So what was the dynamic like, and how was it like working with them?
Oh, it was great. I think that one thing that helped me so much was they were all helping me so much and pushing me, and they're just all so technical. And I think the biggest thing I got from that training was I really got better at my finishing mechanics. I spent 2 months just perfecting how to break legs and submissions like that. Every time I get a spot, I'm gonna finish, So I feel like I prioritize finishing more. Usually in the past, I prioritize entrances and getting to spots. This camp was completely just finishing. So in my mind, I wanted it that anytime I get to a spot, it's done, which is what happened tonight. Like it was my first entrance in, right, that I finished. So that's kind of the level I'm at now, where like I'm getting like every time I get into a spot, I'm finished. But it took me 2 months of obsessing Nikki Ryan helped me a lot with my finishes. Jeremy Skinner as well. All these guys were helping me so much with my breaking mechanics and finishes, and I think that extra layer, I think, made me another level.
Mikey over here, congratulations. I want to take it back. I want to ask you, you did the debate with Craig Jones on Demetrius Johnson's channel. I want to say thank you because I feel like I learned a lot about the business listening to you three, and I'm sure a lot of people did too. I was just wondering what kind of feedback you got because I would imagine, you know, it was very helpful for your peers to kind of hear how things run behind the scenes and maybe some of the people you're in business with to learn a little more about how things work.
Yeah, so the debate with Craig was actually really an awesome experience besides being wasted drunk at like 10 a.m. Like I was like face down in my bed after, like really out of it. But yeah, it was really good because the big thing that we got from is Craig and me both wanted to help grow jiu-jitsu, and we had different ways of doing it, but we were both like, we both had the same good energy. Like we had good intentions, both of us, you know? And I feel like Craig and me like kind of bonded from that time, you know? So it was all good blood. And I feel like, I think that podcast got like 1.2 million views just alone. So like everyone watched it, you know? It was like really viewed, like it was viewed a lot. And I think that we made a lot of good points about growing our sport. And it's still a very volatile sport, but I do feel like we're doing a lot of good things. And sorry. And Craig and me might do a travel series soon. He's going to Asia, and I might go too. So like we might do some cool content together soon. We're good, like we're cool, you know, like we're pretty cool. It's more like big brother love, you know, like when we go back at each other, but it's love, like good vibes.
It was very good fun to watch. I do gotta ask, did the text message ever get sent to try to have him corner you tonight?
Yes. He was supposed, I messaged him, like I'll tell you the exact message I sent. If you guys want me to. Please. Okay.
Of course.
Put it on the screen.
Let's see, 1 second. Hey dude, just confirming you're coaching me for my match. But he's, I think, going to, I think he was in Mexico. And I was trying to guilt trip him to come a bit. I kept messaging him. I was like, dude, you're coming, right? You're coming, right? But he couldn't come, unfortunately. I thought it was going to be hilarious. I wanted him to give me Tylenol in between rounds, you know? Like, we were going to do that and maybe both wear Derek Moneyberg shirts. And no. No, but I just see all this stuff as like a game. And like, I used to take everything so serious. And like, I feel like I'm getting better now at not taking things so serious and literal, you know? Like the jiu-jitsu community is kind of like that big brother to you that like they beat me up a lot, but now I'm getting used to it. So like, I think that Craig helped me a lot get better with that and the jiu-jitsu community also.
Well, hopefully you two could team up on the next one.
Yeah, like I wanted him to come. I really wanted him to. It would have been fun, but unfortunately not.
I'm pretty sure he disappeared in Mexico.
Yeah, he went off the grid for a little while. Maybe I'll go look for him.
I know the talk earlier was about the toughness that they're having to try to find opponents for you. And then you set these goals for yourself to trying to do these multiple takedowns. You come out there and you do the karate legs. Is part of that just the way that your brain works where you want to learn more about the sport, or is it that you trying to give yourself a challenge to make some of these matches harder for yourself because the competition's not giving it to you?
I just think that I'm a perfectionist, and every movement I do, I want to do as perfect as possible. You would think I'm nuts. I am nuts, but I would say like there's times that I've won worlds, like black belt worlds, and I'll do a move, and I'll look back at that like 4 years ago, and I'll look like, oh, I sucked there. Like the move I did worked in world's finals, but it wasn't the most efficient, best way to do it like I would do it now. So then I think it sucks. So I'm very like, everything I do, I want to make it the most efficient, the most smooth, and I'm constantly seeking perfection. It's impossible to actually reach, but that mentality makes me keep growing. And I also am never really confident or cocky. I've never been like that. Like, even though I'll win matches like this, I'll never go in like, I'm going to kill him. Like, you'll never see me like that. So I think because I'm not like that, it makes me constantly get better because I do think everyone's training hard to beat me. Like, I'm the guy that everyone's studying, watching, right? So they're training their butts off to beat me. And I'm not really knowing who these people are as much, right? So I think that mentality just constantly makes me get better and keep growing. And I don't know, I just feel like I'm in a good rhythm right now. I'm doing everything right. I'm training well. I feel healthier. I told you guys, like, I was really ill in December. I had 3 ulcers, and my body was just really messed up from that time period. Because of Baby Shark, I was in camp for him for like 6 times, and I had to stay in camp like 6, 7 months. It just destroyed my body. Like, every part of my body was injured. I got ulcers from that time. So these last few months have been basically me just doing PT and just fixing my body. This is the healthiest I've been in like 2 years probably. My ulcers are gone, thank God. Everything's getting better. So I'm just, every time I'm not in the match, I'm just doing PT and just getting better. You know, so I'm on a really good track right now, and I think, like, I don't know, whoever they put in front of me, I'm ready for. But I would like a cool match with an MMA fighter, like a heavier division, like Arman. I think that would be really cool if I did a grappling match with him, because he's doing grappling matches. Charles Oliveira, someone like that, like a legend, like someone cool. I think that would be entertaining for people to see, like, because I'm smaller, like if I could handle someone like that, you know. But yeah, I'm just gonna keep getting better and stay with my stubborn perfectionist way.
All that Tylenol must have helped with the
Oh,
ulcers,
absolutely.
probably.
Shout out to my mom.
Speaking of, I read somewhere online that you take obsessive notes about your training, and then you go back and read it to see what you did wrong. Do you go back after events like tonight? Will you break down what you saw and, you know, really just try to see what you can improve upon?
Honestly, I'm not good at taking notes. I think it's my ADHD. Like, it's very hard for me to actually focus on taking notes. I'll just have clips on my phone. My old phone, I think, had 52,000 videos on my phone. Like, they couldn't even take them off of my phone. They were like, they've never seen this many clips on somebody's phone. And it's just clips of me doing moves, and like, I'll look at it like, that one's a perfect rep. That one's wrong because of this. Like, kind of like that. So I'm constantly doing things like that, but more in an ADHD way, less organized with taking notes.
I can only imagine what the storage card size on your phone was to hold that many videos. Last for me, Claudia came in here and was saying that, you know, she thinks you're the best pound-for-pound grappler, jiu-jitsu in the world. Do you agree with that?
I won't call myself anything. I don't feel like I'm at the point to call myself anything. I just will keep giving the results and let you guys decide. You know, I was very dominant in the gi, and now I'm in no gi, and I'm equally as dominant probably. You know, so I'm doing that in gi and no gi. You know, so I'll leave a good legacy. Just keep competing, and whatever you guys decide, that will be. But I just want to keep getting better, working hard, and I have so much room to grow still. I keep getting better every day. Like, I told you how much I improved in this camp compared to my last match with Harrison. I'm significantly better now. So I'm going to just keep getting better and better. And we'll just see where, at the end of my career, what you guys think.
All right.
Thank you, guys. Thank you, dude.